Hey guys, Deckblue25
and Arch9234
with episode 108 of Ninja Review. Today we had the Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger, Gokai Silver's Gojyujin. Alright, so now we have the Gojyujin, Gokai Silver's mecha. This is actually the first time in Sentai that a mecha has 3 modes. The first one is the grand power of the Time Rangers, which is Goju Drill.
Now, for whatever reason, this was actually based off the Ryame from Time Rangers, not actually a mode that actually the Time Rangers actually had. I do particularly like one specific feature from the Gojyujin, is that it actually is a cost-cutting measure where you can actually wind up the drill and actually spin it manually. There's no batteries, nothing needed at all. It saves money.
No, of course it has wheels on the bottom right here. It does roll. And it looks kind of odd because you only see the legs and you see the head and you see the drill. It looks weird, but also if you think of it from the side view, it looks more like a ship kind of thing because it has like mainly much like cannons in the front.
It does fly in the show.
It does fly, so it's pretty nice to see. And of course, it's actually a nice little design with the color scheme of it.
And it also has kind of water motifs because it has the trident and other stuff.
Yeah, so it's more like a water-ish, kind of aqua-ish kind of thing. But overall, the design for the Goju Drill is really, really interesting. So now we have the grand power of the Zoo Rangers, the Goju Rex. Now this is more like a dinosaur. Now this is actually a really theme of Zoo Ranger because it was
Although it's kind of confusing because it was the Tyrannosaurus rather than a Godzilla for Dragon
Funny thing is that I kind of think of him as Dragon Caesar and the Tyrannosaurus because it has the Dragon Caesar's like spinning tail, if you guys remember from Dragon Zord. And the whole Zord looks like the T-Rex because if you guys remember in Zoo Ranger or Mighty Morphin, the T-Rex always walk like this. And the claws even show a little reminiscence, just at the sideways, they're up front.
The thing I particularly don't like about this mode is that Goju Rex is looking down. You could never get his head to look up or his body a little bit more higher. He's stuck in this pose.
Now, the mouth does open, but then it looks weird because there's no lock-on clip. There's like no lock-on or like no thing to stop it because in Zords like these, you would have like at least maybe a small little peg to show that, oh, it opens up to this extent. You can move the hands.
They bend at the elbows too.
Which is really nice.
The hands, the claws.
The claws do open up, so it's really, really nice. And this is actually more like a reminiscence to the original Power Rangers and Zoo Rangers.
You can use the drill at the same time. Just push down the button and you can spin the drill.
It's a really nice little mecha. I do like the design the most out of everything because it shows the whole Zoo Ranger concept to it. So now we have the final form, Gojyujin. Now this is actually a really Aba Rangers. This is the Aba Rangers grand power.
/ Jew Ranger.
Why we say Zoo Ranger? Because the head.
It looks like Daijujin
because it has the kind of horns. But instead, Daijujin was in the back. His is in the top, so you can just
to the side,
flip it up. It's a really nice design. I like the whole little kind of arrow, the symbol of the pirate in the front. It looks really, really nice. And the design of it is just interesting because this reminisces the Aba Rangers.
The cool thing I like about the Gojyujin when it's in this mode is that it actually has multiple modes for the hands. For example, you can have the hand, the left hand in its closed mode. You can have the right hand in its drill mode.
This mode, or you can
when you fully open it, it has the spinning mode.
Or the triangle mode. Just like the Gokaiger, it has a mechanism on the back in which you just...
You can do both at the same time or do them individually. Eventually they'll wind down.
Now to do the other mode, you just gotta open it up.
It works in both modes in spinning. You can do it in that one or in the full mode where it's actually fully open.
Now the funny thing is that since it has a hole, a little hole in the fist, you can actually put one of the Gokaiger swords in it.
You can actually use it in one particular way.
But it doesn't look right because you need both swords to actually have it. The one thing I really like about this mode is that you can utilize the motor feature the most for both arms. And it looks really, really cool. Like, this is the first time we actually see a Zord without a battery that can spin, manually spin it, but it's still something, you know? It's better than, you know, putting a battery in, oh, I gotta spin it this way, that way, so. So now we have Gojyujin, the way that now they can just swap the arms. Now the funny thing is that this is just like the Aba Ranger Zords where you can just swap the Zords. So in order to do it, all you gotta do is just raise up one.
Both will spin, you can do them individually just like in Gojyujin.
Now we have the Gojyujin with the arms of the
There's nothing anything
jet
special
and the racer, and you have it like that. Now this mode is actually used on you like once or twice in the whole series, which is really funny because you would think them, since it's the other grand power of the Aba Rangers,
they would use it more often,
but they really didn't. Overall, it's a really nice concept. I like how you can swap the arms. So the Gojyujin itself is actually one of those megas I really, really like because the first time seeing a mecha, a 6-ranger mecha that can do 3 modes is something really, really worth getting because
a lot of times we're stuck with only one that has one transformation, like the Mega Winger for silver.
And it's just something that you can buy it separately and
you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, because you can do multiple modes with it. And the whole spinning feature is actually something I really, really recommend that Bandai do more because
it doesn't have to take batteries.
You don't take batteries, you do it manually, and it works. Overall, I really recommend you guys get the Gojyujin. It's one of those.
It's a good display piece.
It's really good, and the fact is that the whole concept of just having him as the 3 thing combining is just something I really, really admire for what Bandai did for Gokaigers.
Plus, you don't have to deal with the issues where some Zords require the other Ranger Zords because, for example, the Dragon Zord, you had to have the original Megazord in order to use
it. Or the one Tiger has to have the Thunder Megazord. But yeah, that's it for our review of the Gojyujin. Join us next week for the Power Rangers Mystic Force, the Mystic Staff. Become subscribed, and we'll see you next week. Hey guys, like 25
and R29234.
With episode 108 Hey guys, like 25
and R29234.
With episode 108 of Ranger Review. Today we have the
wrong show.
There's not Power Rangers yet. Or you can have the Trident mode.
You can have the Trident mode. Oh, damn it.
You shouldn't let me do this.
I know.
Just like the Gokaiger, it has a mechanism on the back in which you just...
Pretty much it. Yeah, no, it takes a while to stop. It's really
I like that. The funny thing is that if you can do this, that means that you can actually do it with the other Zords that have the same peg.
So yeah, if you wanted to use the s.p.d guys, you can plug them in, or the Shinkano.
As long as the pegs are still the same, you can work.